Outsourcing your design work can help your work look its best, increase productivity, avoid burnout, and keep costs down. Hi, my name is Hannibal. I'm Head of Operations at IG, and today I'm going to be talking about why consultancies should consider outsourcing their design and formatting, particularly for PowerPoint. For some consultants, the idea of getting external support on your work requires a bit of a mindset shift. It's obvious why you might want a professional designer to look at your final deliverable, but there's actually also plenty of work along the way to get there that isn't really necessarily a good use of your time. Having an external resource, a flexible external resource that you can draw on to help throughout a project with slide creation, design, formatting, can help free up your time to focus on the real work and where you're adding value, as well as freeing up your time to focus on the actual work itself. You can also free up your time so that you don't have to work late evenings and overtime to get a deck there. The content is finished in a state where it is ready to go in front of a client. Having an external team, external support, means that once you're done writing the actual documents, you can hand it off to somebody else, in some cases overnight, have a finished document that's ready to go. Another big reason to outsource your design to an external team is standardization. If you are a huge company and you have your own in-house brand team, well, they've probably got that covered. But most boutique consultancies, where everybody's doing their own work, can sometimes end up in a position where the outputs from one team member are very different from another. Sometimes that's because they have different skill levels. There might be somebody on your team who's really, really good at PowerPoint design and designing their slides, and other people who are maybe a bit more old-fashioned or not so technically competent, or just don't have that design eye. Having an external resource can mean that everything gets looked at by the same team, the same designers, and the outputs will end up being much more consistent. Even if everyone on your team is competent with PowerPoint, people can have their own individual interpretations of your brand and style, and over time this can end up with quite different feeling and looking decks going out in front of the same client. Of course, the alternative to outsourcing it would be to hire someone in-house, assuming you have the scale for that. But an outsourced team has several advantages over hiring somebody either part or full-time within your own business. The main one is that an external resource is much more scalable. It can scale up and it can scale down depending on your needs. On one end of the scale, if you have someone in-house full-time and they are at capacity, then there might come times when you have a particular peak in demand, lots of deliverables are needed at the same time, and that single person simply doesn't have the bandwidth to process them. On the other end of the spectrum, they might be sat around twiddling their thumbs if you have a week where everybody is very focused on delivery and there's no actual documents or graphics or whatever being produced. Using an outsourced team means that you have a big resource available to you when you need it, but you're also not having to pay somebody to sit around when you don't. Outsourcing your design work can help your work look its best, increase productivity, avoid burnout, and keep costs down. If you're looking at options for outsourcing design, we'd love to have a conversation. You can reach out to me either on LinkedIn or send me an email.